You know, an economist once said, help or aid is not coming from European countries or the North American countries. She said aid is going there from places like Guyana, the third world countries. She said, them countries depend on countries like Guyana in every possible way because we have the resources, we have the gold, excuse me, we have the diamond, we have the oil, the timber, and every other resources. Yes, it's we who have them. She said, to get your wealth, they destabilize your place. They create chaos and confusion. They have political parties fighting against each other and race fighting against race. Isn't that the same thing happening here between the PPP and the PNC? Guys, yes, pay attention and wake up, Guyana. Wake up. Every day them cussing down each other with a set of creepy and crappiness, set of nonsense. Talking about who thief a little piece land here and who thief a little piece land there. Who get a side deal, getting a little change here and a little change there. Send out a couple protesters here, send out a couple protesters there. Put them to protest at the sugar factory, put them to protest at the bauxite factory. Keep the press busy with these little freaking mangroves and demand that government do this and government do that. Basically, keeping all you cussing each other, fighting each other, fighting who no got job, which race I get which job, and who getting paid more than who. All this is distraction tactics being used to destabilize the country. Yeah, I'll continue. Continue this way. Guyana gonna grow. They're gonna fetch out. They're gonna fetch out not only your resources by the plane loads and boat loads. They're gonna fetch out all of you too in your coffin very soon. Here, more tactics they use to make you feel they're the best for you. Them love you. They want to do anything for you. When them give you something, them just call the press, the television, the radio, the newspapers, and big headlines. Oh, look how good we are. We are giving you all 300 million to help sustain the fight against HIV, and how Guyana will be a good partner to fight climate change. Somebody carried a story and I spotted it in one of the newspaper. Oh, Jagdev Friends newspaper. They had that was a lead story. The US ready to help partner with Guyana to help fight climate change. But when they're thieving our billions in the US dollars, then let's do that in the dark, in the darkest of the night, in closed rooms, without the flashing cameras, without reporters, without the press, and in some cases, under the table. You know what I mean, eh? You know what I mean, right, guys? Yes. Beautiful Guyana this is. While we fighting among ourselves, getting crumbs and receiving aid and hands out, the international community, the IMF, World Bank, and them putting out statement saying how Guyana is the fastest growing economy in the region. But they are not telling us whose pockets that fastest growing money is going into. No, they are not telling us that. Yes, we bringing up 3 million barrels of oil per month right now. But who growing with the money? Ask what Guyana getting. Yes, Guyana is producing 3 million barrels a month. That is on the books. That's in the record. You hear me? But what Guyana getting? We have to ask Joseph Harmon, the opposition leader, Winston Jordan, our Vice President Jagdeo, and Ashni Singh. Them is the financial guru. We barely get in 2 barrels. And that is the fastest growing country in the region. You hear that? Are you understand what I'm saying, guys? Omai declared 5,000 ounces of gold from Guyana. But did Guyana get any money? Any one of we get any of it? No. Yes. It produced in Guyana. It recorded in Guyana. But did we get 5,000? No, man. We barely get 100 ounces. And that is considered by the IMF and the IDB and all these financial gurus as the fastest growing country in the region. Our leaders are very happy. Jordan, Jagdev, Ashni Singh, Carl Greenidge. Man, you got to hear how them the stack it in the press. Guyana is on top of the world. Many of you may not know how GDP does be measured in countries. Many of you don't know. Let me explain in simple layman terms what is GDP and how the world measures it. Listen carefully to me, please. There are many people I talk to doesn't understand. They don't even know what GDP is. Guys, GDP stands for gross domestic product. It means simply how much goods and services your country produce or plan to produce every year. Like your rice, your bauxite, your gold, your timber, your oil, and so on. They measure all that, and that's how they arrive. They tell you whether you're going to win, lose, or if you're going to draw, and how fast you're going to grow, or how fast you're going to grow down. I am not going to use country to confuse you. Let me use 2 counties. You know, two counties, Berbice and Essequibo. Berbice plant 10 acres of rice, and Essequibo plant 5 acres. Who you think will make more money, Berbice or Essequibo? Berbice, because Berbice plant 10. Everybody gonna say Berbice. No, Berbice, because Berbice plant 10, Essequibo plant 5. And everybody gonna say, yes, Berbice gonna get more. No. Nah. Essequibo gonna get more. Let me explain. Essequibo plant 5 and Berbice plant 10. But Essequibo is richer. Why? Right? Because Berbice got Granger, Jagdeo, and Harmon in the business. Don't laugh. It's simple. You need to understand what I'm saying. Right? It's not laughable. When them cut the 10 acre in Berbice, them gone away with 9 acre of the rice and left 1 acre in Berbice. You understand? But it record in Berbice that Berbice plant 10 acre rice field. But Berbice didn't get 10. Barbies only get one. So Barbies grow. That's the point. Granger, Harman, and Jagdeo get away with that and bring them to Demerara. And Essequibo, that plant the 5, them get the full 5 acre. So which one is richer? Essequibo, correct. Plain and simple. That's how simple this thing is. That is how you check GDP. And you put out a statement. Right? And they say, Barbies. Barbies is a big, Barbies plant 10 acre. When the Barbicians only get 1 acre of the rice. No. No. That's how the foreigners, that's how they measure. They measure what plant in the country, man. They measure your oil the same way. They measure the gold, what Omai bring up, what Aurora gold mine bring up. And they lump all of that together. You understand? And say, hey, 3 million barrel, why? 3 million barrel we get. You understand? What Guyana produce. But what them don't know, 98 Guyana out of the country and 2 left here. So Guyana grow? No. Exactly. That's how simple this thing is. That's how simple it is. But our governments, both the PPP and the PNC, them is happy to say, hey, guys, Guyana, you see what the international body said? Guyana is set to grow 43% next year. You understand? They want to look good in government. They might tell their supporters, you see? And poor we stupid people who don't understand GDP believe by yes, we country growing. We country growing. But they're not telling you the people out down there that nothing new in Africa. They're basically deceiving you. The international community is deceiving us. You understand? And our leaders is deceiving the people. Because they might use the international figure to show you. You see how simple this thing is? Yeah, man. Barbies plant 10. Right? And get 1. Escrow plant the 5 and then get a 5. Yes. Yeah, it's like Guyana produced 3 million barrel of the oil. And how much we get? 2%. And then go with 98%. But they're not telling us that. This is the kind of skullduggery that's going on in the world today. That's the kind of monkey business, these weeders for leaders, we have in this country, not telling us or not talking about. Man, you just got to read their statements from Jordan to Jagdeo and all of them when they talk about this thing. It's like you plant 2 mango trees. You got one in your yard, I got one in my yard. Okay? All 2 got the same amount. But you bring a man for pick out your mango and he go with it. And me pick all me mango, me keep me mango here. You understand? Who richer? Me richer. That's right. Because you allow the man to carry you on. So that's how we grow. That's how we grow. But nobody knows that. Plenty of people doesn't understand it this way. Guys, you have to keep listening to this program. There is a lot for me to tell y'all. I'm going to tell y'all everything I know. Because I can't keep it in me any longer. It has becoming a cancer in my body. And when I talk it out, I'm very happy. I am very, very, very happy. So you guys got to listen to my program every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday so I could tell you all. I know many of you guys don't understand what's playing out in this country with our wealth, this enormous wealth we have, and who really getting it. So I need to tell you what's going on. Like I said, Wednesday, I'll be speaking on the Aurora gold mine. Them Chinese that took it over from the Canadian. Them carrying out everything. And the crumbs we got to settle with. Just like the 1 acre, we tell you, they get away with, they left in Barbies. And the crumbs the Barbicians left with. And them gone with the 9. So, how on earth if they go away with everything, this country can develop?